You can find us at bwsspodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami, with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
Good to go. All right, so yeah, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. Lucas in mic 3. And sitting with us on mic 4, ladies and gentlemen, Benny is back, folks. So happy to have him. We've been trying to get him back onto the show for a while. Came wearing the hat, and he's got the shirt to match it. And it's funny because the background that he has behind him, it kind of all fits, you know. That rug really ties the room together. So, all right, with that being said, we're going to jump in. We have from Miami, BWSSpodcast.com, Facebook. We actually have TikTok. We've had it for a little while. I don't spend a lot of time looking at other TikToks, I'll be honest with you. But if you follow us, we follow you back. I think we got like 11 now. But all of the 1-minute videos that I make from each episode go on there. So there's usually about 4 or 5 1-minute like teaser clips. They all go on there. So if you follow us, BWSS Podcast, same thing with Twitter. Obviously we'll follow you back. But TikTok, I've been really spending some time on. And then Instagram, we spend a lot of time on as well. Anyway, Instagram is BWSS Cast, and you can email us at contact@BWSS Podcast. Everything's recorded on camera. Those of you listening, you can watch our shows on YouTube. We release 2 shows a week. Tuesday or Wednesday is going to be the Week in News. Actually, probably Monday or Tuesday is going to be a Week in News now that the holiday season is over. And then on Fridays, we release the fun stuff. So this is episode 49, the fun stuff. Topics of today, U.S. inauguration, past, present. Got a little conspiracy theory action going on here, courtesy of Mr. Benoit. So we'll see, we'll see what he's got going on over there. He brought it. So, and China company pulls sexist commercial. Dude, this commercial is so bad. This commercial would never even make it on YouTube in America. The fact that, whatever. So,
wouldn't make it on YouTube, you said?
Wouldn't even make it on YouTube because it's just stupid and ridiculous. Dude, anyway, we'll get to it. Lesser endowed compensation or compensating proven. So talking about how, guys with small dicks are always like louder and this and that. Oh, are you overcompensating? Well, they found an interesting correlation in the wild. We'll talk about that. Record-breaking Mafia trial and Alex Navalny. We have a little update from Alex Navalny as well. So was that somebody's phone?
I think that was my chair squeaking.
Your chair squeaking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Isn't that chair brand new? Should it be squeaking yet?
Yeah. Well, I got a second one, so.
Okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. All right. Real quick on the stock update. Sold a little Tesla and switched back to buy TransEnterX, which is TRXC. It has been sitting at like 40, 50 cents. It's one of those like penny stocks. Jumped up to like 214 in like a couple weeks. I got in at 170. It's currently trading at 211. I feel like I should have sold it at 211. We'll see what happens because it's not till Tuesday. Honestly, I'm thinking about just dumping everything because who knows how this inauguration is going to go. If it goes great, everything's going to be great. And if it doesn't, everything's going to tank. So it's a gamble. Maybe I sell half. Tesla and Switchback are both down a little bit. That's pretty much it. Not a whole lot. I didn't really do a whole lot. So any last minute thoughts before we move into everyone's favorite segment? All right. Wow. Jeez. Wow. Okay. All right, then. The crickets. Well, I guess we'll jump in.
It's time for Quick News.
All right, quick news, folks. BBC, a coronavirus vaccine developed by China's Sinovac, Sinovac, has been found to be 50.4% effective in Brazilian clinical trials, according to the latest results released by researchers. It shows the vaccine is significantly less effective than previous data suggested. Barely over 50% is needed for regulatory approval. Same thing here, like the flu shot that people take. I've never gotten it, but the flu shot that people take here in the United States, it's a similar situation. They are essentially, if it's at least 50% effective, they'll consider it effective enough to release into the population. And that's about what you expect, because when you're getting the flu shot, you're getting different strains of different flus. They're not really sure which one is going to be more, I guess, prevalent in the population. Different versions of the coronavirus, COVID-19, are now out. Same thing with the flu. So, it's the same thing over here. It's 50.4% effective, which they think is enough, even though obviously, what we have with Pfizer and with, Moderna, that's 95% effective. Chinese vaccine is one of two that Brazilian government has lined up. So they're already lined up to buy this shit. Brazil has been one of the countries worst affected by COVID-19. Sinovac, a Beijing-based biopharmaceutical company, is behind CoronaVac, an inactivated vaccine. So we talked about this when we talked about the COVID vaccine technology. Most of the vaccines that were popular more recently is they would just take a piece of the virus and inject a bunch of these harmless pieces of the virus, or they would take the virus and deactivate it and they would inject that into the system. But nowadays, obviously, what they do is they just target the proteins, in this case, targeting the protein that allows the coronavirus to attach itself to other cells. And that's why I get 95% effectiveness. But anyway, last week, researchers at the Buchanan Institute, which has been conducting the trials in Brazil, announced that the vaccine had a 78% efficacy against mild to severe COVID-19 cases. So anyway, it's not looking good for that one. We hope they can, maybe have a little bit more success, but 50.4% is not great at all. All right. So Laz, you're up. What you got? He's ready, dude. He's got his phone out, ready to go.
Tesla, you reminded me about this while I switched up one of my news. Tesla asked to recall 158,000 cars over safety concerns. Maybe that's kind of why their thing probably went down a little bit.
Could be.
They had to recall 158,000 Model S and Model X vehicles over failing touchscreens. And basically like the touchscreen has everything for the car.
Everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the problem involves memory chips used in displays between 2012 and 2018. Every time the car starts, it kind of gets a little bit of memory saved in there, and then it causes the screen to stop working.
That's interesting.
So
I read this, and I remember reading that particular tidbit, and I was like, why would the car save a little bit of information every time it starts?
Maybe since it's all computerized, maybe it's just trying to figure out
future troubleshooting.
Yeah,
Sure.
maybe like that. What went wrong? But after that, you lose rear camera images, controls of air and heating, loss of chimes, alerts,
Loss of oxygen,
the autopilot assistant feature, like
unanticipated bowel movements.
There we go. So they actually, the national safety, what is it called? National Traffic Safety?
Yeah,
they're the ones who asked for the recall.
NTSB.
Yeah, and whatever it is.
Damn.
Tesla required owners to pay to replace the units once warranties expired.
Oh.
Ooh.
But the recall, they have to pay for it.
The recall, yeah. I wonder if they'll get any type of refund for the ones that had to do it and pay for it before the recall.
They said it's only supposed to last 10 years, so I guess the car, maybe they don't think the car will last longer than that.
What's the warranty? Lucas, can you look up the warranty on a Tesla?
Research Lucas.
Research Lucas.
I have no idea. By the way, love the background, bro. So this was taken the night that we did our photo shoot. We actually took a couple shots up there. We're hoping they turn out. But I definitely recognize that skyline.
Is there a specific?
The
model
S, I guess, or the 3. I mean, the S and the 3, I would expect.
Looks like for the 2021 Tesla Model S is 4-year, 50,000 mile basic and 8-year unlimited mile powertrain.
Powertrain, okay.
8 years?
8 years for the powertrain, but there's no powertrain. I mean, that's basically for the battery and motors and stuff like that.
That's
sure.
fine. That's
I mean,
okay.
that's actually pretty good.
Unlimited mile, 8 years.
If you think about it.
Guess what the MSRP is on it?
It's like $80,000. No, hold on. It's 74.
No.
Okay.
More?
69,420.
69,420.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
But
So here's what happened. It was like 73, 74, but then I don't know if it was Neo. I think it was Neo, but one car in China dropped their prices to below the Model S because they wanted to compete with the Model S in China. And then Tesla's like, what? So then they just dropped it again. And that's how they got down to 69.
But as most time people buy cars, they not all of us, but they want to keep the car for more than 10 years.
I mean, you would think. I hope to keep my car. I mean, the Hyundai's not going to make it.
Why not?
Just because, I mean, all the miles that I've put on it and shit like that.
I've heard a lot of people who have Hondas haven't made it, honestly.
Yeah.
And it feels like a fire car when you first get them.
Sure.
But
my Lexus will definitely make it because I drive that car like 3,000 miles a year, and that's like legit. I do not drive that car that much. So, but the Hyundai, anytime I got to go to the store. So it's nice to go out with the family, though. I'll jump in the car together and shit like that. BBC, China, makeup wipes ad pulled over victim blaming claims. Chinese companies apologized and pulled an advertisement for makeup remover wipes after it sparked an outrage for allegedly victim blaming women. This is ridiculous. The ad by Pure Cotton, Purcotton, which has gone viral, shows a woman wiping away her makeup to scare off a male stalker.
Wow.
In a 26-second clip, a young woman is seen being followed by a man while walking home at night. She starts removing her makeup with a facial wipe, and then when the stalker grabs her from behind, she turns around and shows her bare face. At this point, her character is played by a male actor. Look at this shit.
Screen share.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to email it to you. Yeah, because if I screen share this shit, but you'll see it in the show.
Yeah.
They turned him into a fucking guy. Like, dude, is that not the most? Can you see it? Yeah. Is that not the most ridiculous crap you've ever seen in your life, dude? The Chinese word for vomit then flashes on screen, and the stalker appears to disappear. Okay.
So
whatever.
that's how good the wipes is supposed to be.
Dude, the wipes are so good that your ugly ass man looking face will look like that's the point. Like,
that's fucked up.
That's fucked up. Social media users condemned it as an insult to women who were blamed for unwanted sexual attention. Others said it was offensive to suggest that women were unattractive without makeup. You think? One person wrote on microblogging platform Weibo, to make a commercial out of something that really scares or hurts women. Do they have brain problems? Which probably was, are they fucking retarded? But they try to soften it up for us. Calls for a boycott of cotton products company followed the backlash gain momentum online.
They just probably thought it was going to be funny. I mean, they just weren't thinking.
But people signed off on that shit. Release it. Let's do it.
They probably some things happen that you might be doing something that might offend somebody, but you have no idea until it comes up and damn, I feel like a piece of shit for that one.
I mean, Benoit's got a story like that for our next show that we record. So it happens. We've all been there. So all right. Well, anyway, Benny, you got one?
Some quick news.
Sure.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to Betty White. We love you, Golden Girl. She's 99 years old today.
Holy shit,
so
for
shout
real?
Out Betty White, 99.
Wow.
So let's give her.
I saw a lot about her.
Yeah.
He took what?
On social media.
He took my shout out.
Oh, that was your shout out?
Yeah, bitch.
That's all right. You can still shout her out. 99 years old,
99
dude.
years old.
That is a freaking amazing.
She's hilarious.
She's so awesome. She's a good sport. She was on Saturday Night Live. I don't know how long ago. I feel like 5-6 years ago, maybe longer. Still freaking killing it.
Yep.
All right, Benny, go for it.
All right. So for those who are fascinated about unsolved 19th century murders and have $2 million in their back pocket to spend on a home, for those who don't know, Lizzie Borden from River Falls, Massachusetts, had a bed and breakfast museum in Fall River.
Okay.
So what people don't know is mid 1800s, she took a hatchet and killed her mom and her dad, just mutilated them 40 times.
Jesus, this is such a heartwarming story.
But wait, so she was accused of killing her father and stepmother, but later acquitted. So they came out with a rhyme that Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks.
Oh, shit.
When father saw what she had done, she gave her father 41.
Okay.
And just hashed them 41 times into pieces. So I thought it was cool. Just wanted to bring it up.
And they're still in
Anybody's
that
got
house?
$2 million, 8-bedroom house for sale, River Falls. It's all yours, baby.
And it's
Wow,
haunted.
for the low price of $2 million,
That's right.
you can Go to a place where people were hacked 81 times.
That's right.
All right.
40 whacks.
40 whacks. And we're not talking about, the shit that bees make.
No.
Boom, boom, shh. Forgot I have my own. So, all right. Vice.com. The louder the monkey, the smaller its balls, study finds.
What?
Howler monkeys can be well endowed. Whatever, bitch.
Good one.
Dickhead.
So,
All right, so howler monkeys can be well endowed in the voice box or the family jewels, but not both. Howler monkeys are loudest animals on Earth, land animals, capable of bellowing volumes of 140 decibels, which is on the level of gunshots or firecrackers. Not surprisingly, male howlers frequently use this power to advertise their sexual fitness, catcalling females with ear-splitting roars. Could you imagine if that was like the way it happened here? One would just walk by and just roar at her and shit. Roar!
and then you roar back. Oh, now your dick's small.
Man, yeah, right, exactly. Oh, dude. But in a beautiful twist of expectation, scientists have now found that the louder the monkey's calls, the smaller the monkey's balls. A team based out of Cambridge University came to the conclusion by comparing the size of dozens of monkeys' testes with the hyoid bones located in their voice box, which revealed a negative correlation between decibel levels and testicular endowment. The results are published today in the journal Current Biology. And this is less than a week ago. We found that males with larger hyoids who can make lower pitched vocalizations have smaller testes and live in single male groups with a harem of a few females. Males with smaller hyoids live in multiple groups and have larger testes.
Yeah, that's me.
What's that?
That's me.
Live in multi-males. So basically you have small balls.
No, I got big ones.
No, but I'm saying if you have small balls, essentially you live with a bunch of women. And if you have big balls, you live with a bunch of men. Why would that be? Here's the question. There's obviously an evolutionary reason for this. Anyone? No? Nobody? Okay. According to the team, this is the first evidence that there is a trade-off between vocal investment and sperm production. It helps to explain why howler monkeys develop contrasting social structures. A louder, small, bald monkey is more likely to develop a harem of females with whom he has exclusive breeding rights. The quieter, well-endowed monkeys, on the other hand, tend to end up in large groups containing many males and females that copulate freely with each other. So they're just over there in an orgy, and he's by himself with all these. I wonder if someone like, damn, dude, I wish I could be on the grass is always greener. I wish I could be on the orgy side. So in this non-exclusive group, males compete for paternity quite literally with their balls. The bigger male sperm count, the more likely he is to edge out other males that are mating with the same females. So in other words, if you are a guy with small balls, or a monkey with small balls, you can't be over there with all the, monkeys with large balls because you'll never get a woman pregnant because they make a lot more freaking sperm. So your best bet is come over here, hang with your girls, and hang with the ladies, the shorties. And then the other option is for the guys with the big balls. They're just like, we're good, man. I feel like I can compete. I'm going to be in the big ball group.
Yeah.
But why wouldn't they want to just have their own little harem as well? I
don't
guess?
know. I prefer to be like a big ball with all the girls.
The
monkey gangbang.
Yeah.
Reverse gangbang.
Backdoor Lucas.
Where do they get? I was just thinking about it. Where do they get all these monkeys for testing? Are they like breeding them?
No, well, they're watching in the wild. Nowadays with camera technology, dude, you could put a freaking camera anywhere.
No, not even those. I mean like the ones they test for all the other stuff.
Oh, they're all bred.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever seen a monkey take a monkey before?
See a monkey take a monkey?
Yeah.
Of course. I've watched, enough nature shows and shit like that for sure. So, all right. Well, that's it. Laz, you're up.
All right. Florida, man.
Uh-oh.
It's not that bad.
So last time they're grave robbing for skulls.
Florida man sued for not paying up after betting on Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So a friendly $100 wager. But I don't know why they call it a friendly wager. Once you make a bet, it's a bet.
I mean,
I guess because it's
a
not
friendly
that much money.
wager certainly gets paid back. That's for sure.
Yeah, basically. So before elections, Sean Hines, a Trump supporter from St. Petersburg, reached out to Jeffrey Costa.
Benoit, what are you looking at?
No, I'm just looking at
an
something.
acquaintance who was Biden supporter from
Monkey
Atlanta.
balls.
Looking at some
monkey
balls.
balls. That's what I was looking at.
You guys always end up talking about balls somehow.
Sure.
That's the guy who had sets of legs wrapped around him.
Oh my god.
If Trump or Costa was supposed to pay $100 to Hines,
Okay.
but once the votes were counted, Hines refused to acknowledge the Democrats' victory.
Oh, because it was a faulty election.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
God.
he's like, the Supreme
old
Court's
chestnut.
rejection of court challenges. Then he's trying to say, then the guy decided to sue him. He
Sure.
wants $100 plus $200 and $50 in court costs, and $300 in interest on the unpaid debt. He's representing himself.
Did you say $3 in interest?
$300.
$300
I'm
in
like, I don't know how they
interest.
came up with
Jeez.
that number. He's
like-
like, you
it's
should
like
follow
Loan
your
Shark.
principles. As soon as he like did everything he did. I guess they know each other on Facebook. They disappeared from Facebook, and they were friends before, so it was like weird.
Sure.
And then he's like, the elections are determined by the courts, not the networks. The two continue arguing back and forth. It's not settled by law. Blah 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 blah.
Good Lord. Where was this article?
This was on NBC.
Okay. Wow. It's
and-
amazing that they were able to turn this bullshit into a freaking national story.
Yeah, like for real.
Why didn't I think of that?
If I was right, he said he would drop it if he's willing to pay, but I don't know, whatever. Who knows?
Whatever.
They're going to fucking court for $100 debt.
For
on a fucking plane.
$100.
Oh, that's crazy.
That
I
is
guess
crazy.
it's the principle.
Yeah, it's definitely the principle. No doubt about that. Jeez.
Florida, man.
$100. Yeah, Florida.
Now
Once
he wants like
again.
$700. Like,
Seriously. All right, BBC once. Just fucking play. BBC. Hundreds of alleged members of Italy's most powerful mafia group are set to face justice in the country's biggest organized crime trial in decades. The 355 suspected mobsters and corrupt officials were charged following a long inquiry into the Drangheta group. NDRANGHETA. More than 900 witnesses are expected to give evidence, and the charge sheet includes murder, drug trafficking, extortion, and money laundering.
in Italy.
In Italy. Trial begins on Wednesday. It's expected to last more than 2 years, so it's going to, I think it was
What the
last
fuck?
Wednesday. It is taking, or maybe this Wednesday, it is taking place in a specially modified building in the southern region of Calabria, which is set at the heart of Drangheta territory. So I have a picture of it. I'll put it up so you guys can see it on YouTube, whatever. But I mean, it's a long ass call center. It's like half the length of a football field, and it's just nothing but like seats and counters where people can sit and give testimony and like be present and stuff like that, because it's such a big freaking deal and there's so many people involved. The building, formerly a call center in town. Jesus. The building, actually, here we go. The building, formerly a call center in the town of La Mezzia Terme, Terme, has been converted into a fortified courtroom to make space for the hundreds of people likely to attend the proceedings. No mafia trial has been held in Italy on such scale since the 1980s. Unlike the earlier trial, which ran from 1986 to 1992, 6-year trial and targeted a large number of organized crime families in Sicily, Wednesday's trial is aimed at just one group, the Mancuso family, which forms a powerful section of the sprawling mafia. During a recent pretrial hearing, it took more than 3 hours to read the name of the defendants.
Fuck, bro.
Jeez.
So the People's Court, just to name the freaking defendants, bro. They include politicians, police officers, civil servants, as well as alleged members and accomplices of the mob. The highest profile defendant is alleged clan boss Luigi Mancuso, 66, also known as the Uncle. Other defendants are said to go by nicknames such as the Wolf, Fatty, and Blondie. So, yeah, man, this is interesting.
I guess they have 900 witnesses, bro.
Dude, what was it? Was it 900 witnesses? Yeah,
that's-
900 witnesses. 900.
People probably just got fed up of whatever was going
What's
on.
interesting is this one guy that's going after him. So here we go. Central to the case is Italy's most famous anti-mafia prosecutor, 62-year-old Nicola Gratteri, who's been living under the police protection for more than 3 decades.
That's why I was wondering, they haven't off them?
3 decades. Police been, even with police protecting him, it's amazing they still haven't got to him. He's vowed to take down this asphyxiating Drangheta, which truly takes the breath and the heartbeat from the people.
So he can't even live life normal.
No, definitely not. But, he's pretty good at his job. That's for sure. Fucking A. Dude, this case is going to go on for a long, long time. And some of these witnesses are going to testify and get the fuck out of town. That's for sure. So Alex Avoni was arrested, headed back to, just a quick one I got. This isn't from any news source. It's just out there. He's going back to freaking Russia. He's already back in Russia and has been arrested. In fact, they diverted a plane right before it was supposed to land. I guess there's 2 airports in Moscow or near Moscow. It was supposed to land in one. They diverted to another one, arrested him right off the freaking plane.
Would you have gone back?
Me?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Would you go back? Do you think Edward Snowden's coming back?
No.
Look, Snowden coming back here?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Hell no.
It would depend on. It would depend
I
if,
can't
if my daughter was
believe
there.
he's going
family.
back, dude.
I don't know why.
He can't even put on underwear anymore. Not in Russia, anyway. I know that's kind of mean, but Jesus, man.
Fuck.
Can't even put on freaking underwear.
You gotta buy new underwear every day.
Yeah, every day, dude. Or do laundry every day, and then they put it in your freaking your laundry soap. Dude, forget it. It's messed up, man. All right, that's pretty much all we got. So I guess we're gonna go out with shout outs. So Lucas, you might as well go ahead and start us off. He finally has a fucking shout out, and Benoit ruined it. Can you imagine? He never has a shout out. He finally has one. And way to go, Benoit. Anyway, Lucas, we'll pretend we didn't hear that. So Lucas, any shout outs over there?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I want to shout out Ramazan. So you actually, Laz, you ran into him, said give him my information. I already had it, but I reached out to him anyway. We had a really nice long conversation. He's going to come on the show, few weeks.
Oh, cool.
It's going to be great. Yeah, totally. I just, I want him to tell a story. It's a great fucking story from, just where he is now to where he was not that long ago. And honestly, wouldn't mind hearing a little bit more of his story. So I think that'll be really, really cool.
He's really a nice dude. He gave me a nice gift bag.
What's that?
He gave me a gift bag from his place.
He gave you a gift bag from his place? That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit. He's a creative individual when it comes to like stuff like that, for sure. So I'm not going to talk too much about what he does because I want to save it for the show. But I'm glad he's going to be coming on. So and Laz, any shout outs over there?
Shout outs? Not today.
No. Okay. All right. So you already had time to think about it, but you just want to think about just a little bit more just in case something came up? Okay.
Nah.
Okay. Benny, any shout outs over there?
Yeah. Happy 50th anniversary to my parents. We celebrated not too long ago. So
That's nice.
happy 50th.
Happy 50th indeed.
I love you, Mom and Dad.
That's freaking awesome, man.
It's called a noce d'or in French.
Do they listen or watch the show?
No.
Maybe this one. Maybe this one.
Maybe the other
Just
ones
because I
too.
got a little shout out.
Hey.
All right, cool beans, man. All right, well, good deal. We're going to take our first little break, and then we will be back with the U.S. inauguration, past, present, the conspiracy theories, all that stuff, and then we'll have Lucas's WTF news, and that's pretty much it. We'll see you guys soon. Boom.
Boom. Remember, she came down from Boston. She had a great job. She was a 6-figure income maker. She comes down, she had her Prada heels. She's all dressed up, like, you know, yada, yada, yada. And we're all there at Casablanca. And then end up finding out that he didn't even know. Me and her are texting. I'm like, dude, I'm tired, bro. I'm going to bed. And she's texting me, yeah, let's go back to your house. I go back to her house and I bang her. And then we go to space a month after that. And I bang her. And the buddy had no idea. He had no idea. So now when I see him, I'm like...
Dude, I was like, get out.
Yeah, get out.
Brady, he is the definition of Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You don't know who the GOAT is?
No.
The GOAT.
What's the score?
Go!
I'm looking at it right now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go, baby. Saints 13, Buccaneers 10.
Okay. So it's a game.
First
Last
and 10
time-
at New Orleans 40. Come on, let's go Tampa.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, second
Indeed.
quarter.
All right. Well, I guess we're back, and we're going to go ahead and jump in U.S. inauguration, past, present, and the conspiracy theories out there. So I want to first, we'll just talk about the concerns because we know they're there, and we'll just go ahead and get them out of the way. More recently, I'm sure you guys all heard on The Guardian. This is from The Guardian. But a man was arrested with a fake press badge. Ended up finding like hundreds of rounds on him. 500 rounds of ammunition. He had all kinds of gun stickers and shit on his car. It's like, dude, are you really gonna like go in there and try to like, sneak your way in?
Maybe he just wanted
with
to
a
see
bunch
it.
of bumper stickers.
They're just doing recon.
Yeah, I'm sure it could have been.
I heard they released them though. I couldn't find exactly where it is.
The man identified in court papers as Wesley Allen Beeler, Beeler, was driving a pickup truck with several firearms-related bumper stickers, including one that read, "If they come for your guns, give them your bullets first."
Oh,
He presented an unauthorized inauguration credential at Capitol Police checkpoint. I didn't hear anything about him getting out. I'm sure somebody freaking bailed him out in this day and age.
young too, 31 years old, I think.
Was he? I didn't see
he's young,
that.
31.
Dude, but I
Wow.
mean, seriously, do you think press people would have all that shit? Pickup truck, like bumper stickers? Come on, man.
He knows.
So, and they were also talking recently about how police officers are turning in their own because they're finding that their own police officers were actually in the mob that was in there in the Capitol building and roughing up other police officers and shit. So that's another thing that's more recently, but it's something you wouldn't
And
think
you know
would
how
happen.
the police be like they stick to each other. They stick to
Dude,
each other's back. Like
big
they have each other's back
time.
big time.
Not anymore. Not with this shit. So,
Man, that's crazy.
but the thing is, I hate to say this, and I hate to. You know what? I don't hate to generalize.
Maybe
in
it's
this case.
better.
Yeah, maybe these police officers are some of the dickhead ones that are out there. Because if they have these type of sensibilities, they shouldn't be fucking police
Yeah,
officers.
they're making all the
So-
police officers. Well, that's probably one of my positives for later on this week.
All right, cool. All
for
right,
that.
save it
But
for the
like,
show.
I know I'm saving it for the show. That's what I'm saying. Like
But yeah,
if we can get the bad ones out, then we're straight. Because it's not all of them. You feel me?
it wasn't.
Like,
I think it was my mom who was talking to my. Well, it was my mom. I'm pretty sure she was talking to my grandmom, and one thing that they were talking about is the fact that now we know who's who. We know what side you're on. If one thing we can thank Trump for is that we know who the freaking people are that really, really are on the extreme side, for sure. We're starting to find out even more and more.
because before it was people were just trying to say like Republicans are racist in general, or they just like hate the groups and stuff. But it's
Sure.
not like that.
No,
I
it's
have
not.
Plenty. I
It's
have
not.
plenty of Republican friends.
Absolutely.
I have 2 or 3.
We
cop
have one in the
friends.
room.
Oh
So-
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean, like,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
And we know he doesn't have a problem with anybody or
No.
like at all. Like,
But I think honestly, Trump needs to just have his own party, the Trump party. I mean, he's definitely someone who could pull it off. That's for sure. Straight up, dude, the Trump party. I hate to say it, but it does sound kind of cool.
It's
You
a
know
great
what's-
party.
I know he's probably not going to run again. But what's crazy
He
is
might not
that-
be able to.
Yeah, he's not running again. But he probably could have ran as an independent, and he would probably be able to win
That could be.
because he would.
I don't know though. I mean, I don't know. I feel like there are Republicans that vote a Republican just because he's a Republican. They probably would have voted for him as an independent.
Maybe who
4
knows?
more years, baby.
Trump
Whatever, bitch.
extremist party. I said 4 more years.
This is conspiracy. We'll save it.
Oh,
All right, so inauguration readiness. Michigan, Virginia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, and Washington were among the states that activated their National Guards to strengthen security. Texas closed its capital, which is interesting because Texas, you'd think they would be the only ones not to do it, but they're actually worried about Austin as well. A Michigan fence was erected around the Capitol, and Illinois' governor said that his state had not received any specific threats, but he was beefing up security. The alarm extended beyond legislatures. United Church of Christ, Protestant denomination, more than 4,900 churches warned its 800,000 members of reports liberal churches could be attacked. Like churches now, give me a break.
I don't think Florida's gonna have a problem with
I don't
that.
think we're gonna have a problem. No,
This one's tough. I mean,
not with DeSantis in.
I got a text message that told that said for us black people to be careful, we might get befriended by a white person one day. And I'm just like, what? And they're like, yeah, they're pretending to be your friend so they can hang you right before it. I'm like, oh my God. Like,
That's
who's
so
sending you
dumb.
this shit right now?
So
like,
dumb.
So dumb.
but it's like, it's crazy though, like how people would think. But I mean, that's not happening here.
No, we don't have to worry about it here.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is also concerns internationally. So there's ABC News. Since the incident at the U.S. Capitol, Russian, Iranian, and Chinese actors have seized the opportunity to amplify narratives in furtherance of their policy interests amid the presidential transition.
Like at embassies or like international wise?
Well, no, I mean, these countries are like, it was Russia, according to this article, it was Russia who was saying that it wasn't Trump supporters, it was Antifa people.
Oh, I heard about that.
Yeah,
also,
they started that shit. So a threat assessment noted, citing at least one instance in which a Russian proxy promoted claims that the rioters at the Capitol last week were actually members of the radical left-wing Antifa movement who disguised themselves as Trump supporters. So, and they're also worried about, let's face it, ISIS or people, like if you want to create chaos, now's a good time to do it. And so many places you could place blame. That's what's kind of scary about this. So protests are reportedly going to happen in all 50 states. So we'll see, but that's kind of like the issues that everyone's concerned with this one.
And they were saying some people, like I have my boss is a Trump supporter, and he's like, people were leaving his rally earlier, and he's like, I've been to a Trump rally. There's no way they're leaving before he's finished, and also after he's done, they're like cheering him on for like a long time. Encore. So he's one of those people. He's very like, he has a big conspiracy about the election and how things happen, and he's like, those people had to be like Antifa because no one leaves the rally. Everybody stays there. Remember the freezing people? Like
what people?
When
the ones that got stranded.
The one that got stranded, they had buses take them to the rally, but didn't have buses to go back.
Nobody complained,
but they still went. So like we were saying that, I was like, damn, I kind of see that.
Sure.
But I mean, like, don't tell me that like 50-50.
Planned. It was definitely planned. The whole freaking thing.
They had
orchestrated.
to have. They definitely did whatever they did. I don't think another party was just trying to make them look worse. That makes no sense.
Sure. I hear you. Well, here's the thing. Like, I think it was definitely orchestrated. It was all planned out. I don't know if it went further than the plan or according to plan or whatever, but it was just, there's just no way something like that just materializes out of nowhere. So CNN politics, what is being done? So what are the precautions that are, taking place? So we got the officials added that there is no concern that there will be any shortage of special guard forces. So I know 25,000 troops were deployed to Washington, D.C. alone. They actually have, I know there's like checkpoints like 2 miles outside of Washington, D.C. or actually away from like the Capitol and everything. I mean, they got that shit on lockdown. The entire mall's got a fence around it and stuff like that as well. And it's completely closed to the public. So National Mall can't even get in there. So you're not gonna have to worry about any of that shit. Wow. That's for sure. Yeah, 25,000 troops.
I feel bad for them. They're sleeping on like the floors, and
yeah,
I know some of them are in hotels and stuff, but like some of them, I mean, I guess they're trained for that type of thing.
I don't know.
If they would be like out of the country or like at war. It looks like a war zone.
It does.
There is a pizza shop that is delivering hundreds of pies to them.
That's cool.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I did see that. So a little bit of positive. Free food.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's pizza.
Free food is nice.
Yeah, but it's still cold, bro. It's cold. Remember, we're here. Like we could sleep outside here. Like even with how the weather right now. Up there, it's probably like 20, 30 degrees. Like
that's true.
Actually 37. So
37?
Yeah. Well, they're a little bit more south too, so it's a little bit warmer.
Okay.
So President Donald Trump is planning a red carpet like send off. He's looking for a 21 gun salute. He wants Air Force to fly by on the morning of the inauguration, which is like, because what's supposed to happen is, and the way it's been done for has happened over 100 years. Both presidents, they ride in together, shake hands, hand off. Trump's like, fuck that, I'm gonna have my own party. So Benny, you had a little conversation with your tennis coach. What's up, man?
So I mean, a lot of people say things, and there's positive and there's negative, and this inauguration here coming soon. A lot of people, knew President Biden, but a lot of research has been done, and a lot of things haven't been said, and there's a lot of secrets that I think that's going to be revealed. And the reason why the military's there is because They're going to stop some people, arrest people for things that weren't supposed to be done, and the inauguration is not going to be what everybody thinks. That's
The inauguration's not going to be what everyone thinks?
Nope. I think something else is going to be done that day.
And what's that?
People are going to be arrested. The truth is going to come out. A lot of things that haven't been said, and everybody's going to wait and see.
So people are
what?
going to be arrested.
Yep.
What people?
International, national, things that the news don't want to share here because they don't want people to know the truth. Certain things that it'll just reveal by itself here in the next few days.
So you think Trump is going to end up being president?
He's going to be our president again for 4 years. Yes.
That's why you said 4 years ago. Oh man, I
Dude,
don't know.
how? I just don't like. What
It's
do you
called
got
a
people?
Trumptival.
The following of the.
It's crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's all great to. It's good to have something to believe.
I mean,
in.
it is, but Jesus,
Right.
dude, I just don't.
I don't see it.
I just.
Benny's
gonna drop the
here to-
bomb.
Literally
Benny's here to kill us
impossible.
all.
It's literally impossible, Benoit. It's literally impossible.
But there's facts that nobody's.
But if they were facts, they would be facts, and people would know them. That's what a fact is, you know. It's like an indisputable thing, and things that are that indisputable generally become common knowledge. I guess we'll see.
You're getting it from your.
I'm like
your coach,
literally
though.
speechless, dude. It's just like
This is the thing, though. You got to remember that. I don't know. Maybe I don't know who your coach is, but certain people will only stick around with people, hang around or be around people that believe in whatever
the same
they
shit
believe
they
in.
believe. Yeah, for
So
sure.
whatever that person says, they're gonna believe it.
yeah.
Like as for me,
I just wish you would believe us, Benoit. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
I just don't
Why
believe
can't
the
you
news.
believe
you know
us.
us, bro. Like
You don't need to believe the news. All you have to do is believe in, American history and procedure and,
That just can't happen.
It can't happen. It can't happen. It's
no-
literally
There's
impossible.
no way for somebody to orchestrate something like that.
Yeah. It's
I mean,
just-
you'd have to be planning it for like 50 years.
Can't.
And nobody knows, like.
There's somebody on top that nobody really knows. and
We'll
this
see.
Person just
Yeah,
pressed
but
the
they say
button.
that when it goes the other way as well. It's like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
He's been
like-
gathering information for years, and he's holding it just to release it at the right time.
Dude, if he wanted to
the
fucking release it at the right time, he would have released it
It's-
before the
it's-
election to make sure he got fucking elected.
if he wants to release something, let him release
I
it.
don't-
They
you
gave
know
him.
what?
They gave him.
We'll
look,
see.
if there's secrets that well, I don't know. He's privileged to a lot of things.
Both buttons at the same time. I don't have a lot of space.
He's privileged for a lot of things. Like he gets a lot of information. So maybe he knows things that, we're not supposed to know. And then if he wants to drop that shit, whatever. Why didn't he drop it while he was running? Do you think he's going to release the Secret Service or keep it?
The secret, what?
The Secret Service.
We didn't release what Secret Service?
Because, after you're president, you have Secret Service for the rest of your life.
Oh, I think he needs to keep that shit.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude. There are already countries,
They were going
calling
to take
for
it away
his
from him.
Call his arrest.
But
Well,
he-
if he gets impeached, yeah.
He was not going to get impeached.
Well, you never know.
It's not, the trial doesn't start till
Democrats
after.
will own the House, will own the Senate, will own the presidency. It's very possible. All right, we got to move on. Who will be featured in the festivities? Lady Gaga's going to sing the national anthem as Jennifer Lopez is slated to perform. Wednesday night, a made-for-television event will be featured performances by Bruce Springsteen, John Legend, Demi Lovato, Justin Timberlake, and John Bon Jovi, hosted by Tom Hanks and featuring Eva Longoria and Kerry Washington. Run from 8:30 to 10:30. Crowds are just being asked to stay home. So normally they would have like real parties and everyone, they would have them on, all these different places and they would check in with different parties the night, but
But that's because of COVID, right?
well, because of COVID, 100%, yeah. So New York Times, inauguration history. So this is how the inauguration kind of got to where it is today because it didn't used to be such a party, even though this year is not going to be like that. It was the glittering ball at the Dolly Madison that Dolly Madison held in 1809 at the inauguration of her husband James Madison. First inaugural ball held in the new capital, Washington, that helped set the standard for making inaugurations into social events. 2 decades later, President Andrew Jackson allowed an estimated 20,000 people to attend a public reception tied to his inauguration that turned out to be a few too many, prompting his reported escape through a White House window. Throngs also marred...
A White House window?
He had to go out the freaking back window. Back then, White House was open. You could just go in there and want to have a party.
It's
Come
only
on
like
over.
kind of like recently, not recently, like it's recently, it's been as secure as it is.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Ever since 9/11, really.
Yeah.
What kind of window was it?
Oh, back then, the 1800s?
Okay. Oh, so
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it was probably wooden window with multi-panes, you know.
When you needed to talk to the president, you just knocked on the
with
door. Look, I
grids,
got to talk to you.
You know? So double hung grids, argon gas.
yeah.
So let's see. President Theodore Roosevelt's second inauguration, the parade playlist featured "There Will Be a Hot Time in the Old Town Tonight." And among other marchers were cowboys, Native Americans, including Geronimo, delegations from Puerto Rico and the Philippines, and Harvard undergrads. President John F. Kennedy was able to enlist A-listers to produce his inaugural concert and gala. So he got Sinatra to produce his freaking event. Miss Mann, the historian, said that she viewed the entertainment at Kennedy's inauguration, featuring Sinatra, Ella Fitzgerald, Leonard Bernstein, Sidney Poitier, Ethel Merman, Harry Belafonte, or is it Belafonte, and other huge stars. As a big moment, it's a big moment that would set the stage for the type of glamorous multi-part inaugural blowouts Americans have come to expect. So 20 years later, Ronald Reagan, former Hollywood actor, found himself attending no fewer than 8 balls. So I guess different parties
On
and
Inauguration
stuff like
Day?
that. Yeah.
That's fire.
8.
But
Fucking A.
I could see that though. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know how Hollywood works, but I can imagine them just having parties all the time for no damn reason.
I mean, you might as well, right?
Yeah,
I'm president, bitch. Throw me a big party.
Motherfucker, I'm president.
Because after
Balls.
tonight, I gotta be like, 8 different balls, parties, galas, whatever the fuck.
So he come in and like he's like 8 balls.
Yeah,
8 balls
right.
everywhere.
8 balls.
Did no fewer than an 8 ball. 1993, Clinton team deployed the likes of Michael Jackson, Bob Dylan, Kathleen Battle, Kenny G. Kenny G, really? They're like, hey, Kenny G, can you come play? Can you come
He was great.
play my inauguration?
He was awesome.
You're not saying no.
What's
You're
that?
not, nobody's saying no.
I mean, Kenny G's cool. I'll admit, I bought one of his albums, so I'll give it to him. But I just can't imagine you asking Kenny G to come to your, hey, can you perform my inauguration? So, all right. Anyway, with George Bush, it actually in 2001 grew a little political because Ricky Martin performed, and people from the Latin community were like, "Yo, bro, that's not fucking cool, man." Because, he's a little bit more on the Republican side or on the right and stuff like that. Barack Obama attended 10 balls, 2009, but one stood out, the neighborhood ball. Michelle was a chocolate brown vision in her flowing white gown. And at her first stop, I took her into my arms and spun her around and whispered silly things in her ear as we danced to a sublime rendition of At Last, sung by Beyonce. He wrote in his recently released memoir, A Promised Land.
Oh.
Yeah, right. So Aretha Franklin sang My Country 'Tis of Thee. He had Bruce Springsteen, Stevie Wonder, Yo-Yo Ma, Itzhak Perlman, Usher, Mary J. Blige, Jay-Z, and Kanye West. Yo-Yo Ma and Itzhak Perlman. That's pretty awesome. So Yo-Yo Ma is considered the world's best cellist, and Itzhak Perlman is the world's best violinist, who's also in a wheelchair. So Elton John turned down Mr. Trump's invitation to play at his inauguration. Andrea Bocelli, who had been rumored to perform, ended up not appearing as the inaugural team struggled to book performances. The Rockets participated, but only after becoming engulfed in a controversy in which a dancer complained she was being forced to perform. In the end, the inauguration featured some big names, including Toby Keith, Three Doors Down, and Lee Greenwood. Toby Keith, big names. I don't know.
I didn't really know any of those people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't want to say anything.
Toby Keith is a country star. Three Doors Down. I don't.
I know Three Doors Down. I think, but
Big
I can't think
names.
of songs.
I'll say medium.
I've heard the name.
Yeah,
Ricky Martin.
medium names. Yeah, well, Ricky Martin was George Bush's.
I mean, I don't. For me, exposure wise, if I'm an artist, I don't think I would turn it down.
You don't think? I don't know, man. I mean,
Look. Right now, we just said all these people's names that nobody knows, and then now somebody's gonna be like,
if
"Who
it's
are they?"
somebody you really love and really support, you'll fucking do it. But I don't know, dude. I mean, could I perform if they asked us to be be a Trump's fucking thing? Fuck yeah, we'd go.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, well, because we said so, you guys come to my my inauguration party and
we're gonna
do
be
the
there
show.
as press. We're gonna be talking
there,
so much
Mr.
shit
President.
next week. Like,
For sure. I know Benoit would be there.
I mean, that shit
Jeez.
take a picture
Right
and
away.
shit.
He'd be like, get out of the way. I'm coming. All right. So, University of Virginia today, inaugurations of the past. George Washington. I think the most important inauguration is his because nobody really knew what to do. They were making things up as they went along. Washington and others were concerned about the event appearing too royal. And the reason why, he's the first president. I'm not a freaking king. Like, I don't want to be. So they want to make a big deal out of it. Washington was worried about coming across as a king. That would be bad. So he did his best to dress very plainly for the inauguration. But he kind of blew it by wearing shoes with diamonds on them.
Oh, wow.
This is our first George Washington.
Our first president, yeah. So that's actually kind of funny. Ronald Reagan was the coldest and the warmest. So in 81, temperatures climbed to 55 degrees. In 85, temperatures were 7 degrees. We already talked about John F. Kennedy's. His inaugural address is often viewed as the second greatest in comparison to Lincoln, which usually comes first. Kennedy was known as a master of television and purposely played up to his youthful image through the campaign and into his inauguration and presidency. He took care to always appear tan, and though his inauguration was bitterly cold, he refused to wear an overcoat as he gave the address. So we talked about Andrew Jackson. It's kind of funny because there's a little bit of controversy there. Not really controversy, but in March 4th, 1829, after a brutal race against John Quincy Adams, and many supporters arrived to Washington in droves to see the inauguration. So remember, there's 20,000 people there. Yeah, we were talking about Andrew Jackson. Yeah, because he won. All these people showed up. It's funny, Washington, these were not the elite, polite types. They were a good representation of the common folk. So, I mean, Franklin Roosevelt, when he first took office, America's banks were falling, the unemployment rate was skyrocketing. Hoover did attend Roosevelt's inauguration, and they did ride in an open car together, but they sat there in a stoic silence and apparently didn't say a word to each other. So even then, they hated each other, and they still sat in the fucking car, and they rode together like you're fucking supposed to, not throw yourself a fucking going away party. So, and Andrew Johnson is a kind of funny one. Highly unpopular outgoing president did not attend the inauguration because of his successor, Ulysses S. Grant, had refused to sit next to him in the carriage. Oh. So they're supposed to go in the carriage together because Grant wouldn't sit next to him. He's like, well, I'm not going to fucking go then. So there. So that's pretty much it. Boom. And with that,
It's time for.
Wait a minute. What the fuck?
it is WTF News, Lucas.
Yep. This week, crap, where'd it come from? Yeah, Phoenix New Times.
Phoenix News Times or New Time?
Yep.
Phoenix New Times, okay.
New Times.
Okay.
Phoenix.
Homeless man is charged with a felony for stealing a burrito.
Why?
Wow, yeah.
What? For stealing a burrito. Okay. Okay.
In Phoenix.
It's usually a misdemeanor because it's an item under, $1,000.
Sure.
But because
Is
he
that
took it-
capital? Is
I
that
thought it was because it's food.
wow? Okay.
Yeah. But it became a felony because he took it by force or threat.
Okay. I guess that'll do it.
How are you going to charge somebody with a felony for stealing a burrito?
I mean, did he pull a plastic knife out and be like, "Get back"?
Not that I read, just
Okay.
that he. He was also on
PCP.
probation.
Oh,
Yeah.
PCP.
that was just a guess.
So what did he do? What did he do? Why was it?
So he stole a burrito by force, and I guess they're charging him with a felony. He must have made some sort of threats,
Strong-armed
Yeah.
robbery.
Yeah, for a
racial
single
threats, maybe all kinds of threats, something like that. Well, damn, dude, that's
I saw something
that's a
today.
bummer, dude.
They stabbed somebody in Connecticut for a guy stabbed the cashier for the price of the milk. with a fucking plastic knife.
Really?
Like, yeah, like,
Good Lord,
what's
dude.
wrong with fucking people, bro?
Dude,
Nobody wants to.
As Lucas and my father had said a long time ago, if you're gonna go caught stealing food, you better be stealing steaks and lobster tails. So
Basically.
that's pretty much it.
make it worth it.
All right. Well, I guess that's pretty much it. Review us, follow us, subscribe. Any last minute thoughts, Benoit?
No, everybody be safe, wash your hands, and have a great week.
Okay. The camera's right over there, so you can look at them. There you go. Awesome. All right. Any last minute thoughts, Laz? Lucas? No? Anyone? No? All right. Well, that's it. It's because we said so. We'll see you guys in a few days. Boom.
Boom.